Sadgurum Brahmavidya. Om Badram Karni Vishrunuyama Devaha Badram Pashyemakshabiryajatra Sthirairangai Sushtubagum Sassanubhihi Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravaha Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti na Saksho Arishtanemihi Swasti no Bruhaspatir Dadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Atashvalayano Bhagavandam Prarameshtinam Samupetya Uvacha Adihi Bhagavan Brahmavidyam Varishtam Sada Sadbihi Sevyamanam Nigudam Yayatira Sarva Papam Vyapotya Parat Param Purusham Yati Vidwan Tasmai Sahovacha Pitamahascha Shraddha Bhakti Jnana Yoga Davaihi Na Karmana Na Prajayadane Na Tyage Naike Amrutatvamanasu Parena Nakam Nihitam Guhayam Vibrajade Yatayo Vishanti Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitarthaha Sanyasa Yoga Yatayashuddha Sattvaha Te Brahma Lokeshu Paranta Kale Paramritat Parimuchanti Sarve. Upanishads are straightforward in their teaching. They don't cater to only a specific set of people with a specific vocation in their life. They are to explicitly disclose the truth. That's why it is a science. Science is about facts. It's not opinions. It's not faith. It is not somebody's perception. Therefore it is said here, Vedanta Vijnana. Vijnana जो है विशेष ज्ञान. विशेष ज्ञान specifically addressing a particular phenomenon without the ambiguity. So here Vedanta Vijnana. It is said therefore in the previous verse, who reaches the highest truth? Highest truth, we may call it as moksha, but in this Upanishad it is called as amrutattva. For marana or maranam or death, not marana is not murder. Mruta is not murder, though that's closest to word. Mrutara means dead. Amrutara means one who is not dead. And what is that which is not dead? That which is not subject to death is not subject to birth also. By logic, that which is subject to be born is subject to death. Jatasya dhruvo mrityu. Krishna also puts it in Gita. Jatasya, of the one which is born, dhruvaha, sure, mrityuhu, death. That means, what is birth? That which was not there before come into existence. That means it has the quality of not being there also. That which was not there before coming to existence means it was not there before. That means it is likely to be not there later also. So anything that is subject to birth means it has a quality of disappearing. Obviously, therefore, at some point of time, it will not be there. So, by the very ipso facto, that which is said to be not subject to death means it is never born. So, the logic goes, if it is never born, then it has to be eternal, timeless. If it is never born, but exists, means it is not a product of something. So it is not bound by time, it is not bound by space or causation. Trivida parichinna abhava, sorry. Trivida parichinna abhava. Three kinds of limitations that brings anything to certain limitation is either it is bound by time, or bound by space, or bound by other objects. So, Amrita, very word says that it was not ever absent, it will never be absent. In time, in space, and that one reaches. Amritatvam ashnude. How can a limited individual who you and I are at the present moment, how can we reach Amritatvam? From the standpoint of the body, definitely nobody can ever remain deathless. Correct? Why? Because we were born before. This body was not there some years back. And since it was born, this body was born at some point of time, definitely it has an end. Therefore, we have to ask this question, what is in me that which was not born? And that alone is deathless. So look at our physical body as it is growing every day. Growing when you are in the younger period. After that, it is stagnant at some point of time. After that, it starts diminishing. It's our own experience. You don't need to go anywhere else. Everybody will die, I won't. That's the stupidity of all of them. I have quoted this from Mahabharata also, that what is the greatest wonder of this world? Ahanyahani bhujani gachanti himalayam shesha stavaramichanti kimascharya mataparam. What is a great wonder than this? That everyone is subject to death, and every day people are dying. But the rest of the people who are watching them think that they won't. That's the greatest wonder. How can you ever think like that? This does not mean becoming so pessimistic, oh Swamiji, what are you talking? That's why I don't come to these classes. You talk about death and all those things, which I don't like. So, an optimist is one, when he describes hell, you feel like going there. So, on the other hand, if a pessimist starts explaining heaven, you will not feel like going there. So, what is Amritatvam? That which is a state of immortality means it is not a place, it is not a particular condition or a loka. It is that which is in us, within us, we as such, in the absence of matter, what remains is that which is subject to no death. Call it spirit, call it soul, call it Atman, call it reality, call it the truth, whatever. So that discovery of that is what is indicated here as the goal. Nakarmana, by action you cannot reach there. Because action is performed by the body, which is limited. How can a limited thing performing limited action reach the unlimited? Na prajaya, not by progeny. Na dhanena, not by wealth. Then what is it? Tyagena eke amritatvamanashuhu. What is the tyaga there? What is to be given up? Should I give up the house and the profession and the world? No. That way you cannot reach there. Reaching here is not an escape. It is not by running away from the facts of life, running away from people, running away from your own rights and, duties and responsibilities. No. Then what is it? Tyaga. What is it? Tyaga there? That is to say that your egoistic identification with the limiter, perceiver, feeler and thinker. I am this. This is too close. I am this. This idea that I am the PFT, as Gurudev would say. Now you watched him last weekend, when I'm sure some of you, most of you were there. So the perceiver, feeler, thinker, the limited individual I am, this misconception has to be given up. This misunderstanding has to be given up. To give up misunderstanding, you must gain understanding. If I misunderstand you, whatever I do, it will not go away until I clarify what is that misunderstanding that I have with you. I must have the right understanding of you, then only it will go away. In the same way, I have misunderstood myself as only this limited individual. It has to be replaced by the correct knowledge of who I am. Therefore, Vedanta Vijnana Sunischita Arthaha. Sunischita, well determined, well clarified, Arthaha, Shayaha. So, in the Vedanta, it is only said, Shankaracharya, yesterday also I had a discussion on that. Bhagavan Shankaracharya said, in half a sloka, I'll tell you whatever he said in the Vedanta. Ardha slokena pravakshyami yaduktam granthakoti. In whatever is said in crores of scriptures, I will tell you in half a verse. People want everything in a nutshell. Some of you, who will read all these things? Tell me in a nutshell. Precise, concise form. Brahma satyam jagan nitya jivo brahmaiva na paraha. That is what is the essence of the whole thing. Brahma satyam, the immortal self alone is true. Jagat nitya, the entire thing what you consider as you is false. And you, presently whoever you are nothing but that only, not anything else. Jivaha Brahma eva na aparaha. There is nothing other than, you are nothing other than that Brahman. This is what is said in all the scriptures. Brahma Satyam Jagan Nitya. It's the most crucial statement it is. Now, a thing can be understood as false from the standpoint of what is true. If you tell me a lie, and if I don't know it's a lie, what do I think you are saying? If I don't know what is truth, I don't know whether you are telling a lie or false, lie or truth. Right? How can you say a lie and I rely on that? False can be known from the platform of the truth only. Otherwise, I don't even know whether it's false or true. Right? So, therefore, first thing one should understand is Satyatva of Brahman. That immortality is. And then look at from that standpoint how false is this world. If you are watching a movie, the screen is true, whatever is appearing on the screen is false. Though we get engrossed in that movie and then we get carried away by that very scene and everything, we may even cry and whatever. But then, what are you looking at? Plain screen. So, screen eva satyam, movie mithya. The movie is mithya only. Now, I have to clarify one point here. Jagat is not asatya. Brahma satyam, Jagat asatya is not said that. Why? Because if it is asat, not true, not there, then you will never experience it. This is the standpoint of Buddhism, which is always questioned by Shankaracharya and that tradition. If it is not there, you will never have an experience of it. It is not nihilism, it is not absence, it is appearance. Have you ever seen horns on my head? Huh? No, right? Say no. Why are you doing that? Sorry, no. Say assertively, no. Meaning it was never there. You can never experience horn on my head or on your head because it is never there. But the world is not like that. World we experience heat and cold and joy and sorrow, pain and pleasure, success, failure, gain and loss. All these things we experience. Hatred and love. But the temporariness of that is what is referred here as mithya. What is mithya? When you question, it will disappear. Vicharam na sahate. Which cannot stand inquiry, that is called as mithya. Like every night when you go to sleep, you may probably have some dreams. But on waking up, you realize, even though you experienced positively, but at the present moment, having woken up, do you give reality to that experience? You may, but you always have a doubt. It is not true. It's just my mental imagination. Why? Because the reality of it is questioned right now. If it is a very pleasant, you may enjoy it. If it is unpleasant, you start inquiring. Is it true? So therefore, Jagat is not asatya. Jagat is mithya. Mithya means satyamiva tishtati. Satyamiva tishtati. As though it is true. Then its own, that will be discussed later in this very Upanishad itself. At the time of its experience, it appears to be true. When you are dreaming, if you don't question it. If you question it, then you are not dreaming. You'll be screaming. When you are dreaming, you don't ask, is it true? Then you are awake. In the state of dream, I will never question it. And only the question takes place after I wake up. In the same way, at the present condition of ours, we never question the validity of this. I am the perceiver. I am perceiving the objects of the world. I am feeling the emotions of my mind. I am aware of the thoughts of my intellect. Right? I don't question it. But if you start questioning it, am I the perceiver? Am I the feeler of my emotions? Am I the thinker of the thoughts, or beyond this? So the Upanishad says, in reality, that very thing that you consider presently as reality, not true. And that false nature of this can be known only from the standpoint of the highest. From the relative standpoint, the relative existence has reality. From the absolute standpoint alone, the relative nature of the relative existence will be known. Best example is when you are in a train and there is one more train next to you, and suddenly you feel that train is moving. And it is such a smooth move, you wonder whether I am moving or that train is moving. Have you ever experienced that? Then what do? You see from the window the train is moving. Am I moving or that train is moving? This train or that train? What do? You put your neck out and look at the platform. Your platform is there. It's sitting, oh, that is moving. Right? So from the changeless alone, the change can be witnessed. From the satyatva of Brahman alone, mithyatva of the Jagat can be understood. From sitting in the false nature of the world, you can never question it. You will not be able to. Because you do not have anything to hold on to. Only when you hold on to something which is real, you can understand the false nature of a thing. If you see your neighbor, lady, very beautiful, but if you have seen her when without the makeup, then only you know that it's a makeup, right? Otherwise, how will you? You should have the daringness to see her when she has not put on the makeup. Then you will understand. Or somebody, appears to be beautiful with a lot of layers on. You yourself know. And I have told this joke also before. One lady was putting her makeup on. So the son came in. What are you doing? He said, I am getting ready to go to a party and wanting to look good. Okay. After some time when he came back, she was removing it. Oh, what happened? Oh, because of the rain, they have cancelled the party. So he gave up on becoming beautiful. So that's why it's called makeup, right? It is to make up. It is not true. Anyway, it looks like you're not enjoying the joke. Let us go back to the point here. So, Vedanta Vijnana, the science of this knowledge, Sunischita, well determined, Artha, meaning. The meaning of this science of Vedanta, well determined, those people, this is referring to those who have very well determined the knowledge provided by the Vedanta, science of Vedanta. Vedanta Vijnana Sunischita. The next step that having understood is what? Sanyasa Yoga. Gurudev has explained this word, Sanyasa and Yoga. There are two terms which are contradictory to each other, coming together. Sanyasa is to give up, Yoga is to engage. Disengage and engage. Sanyasa is to give up, Yoga is to engage. So how can it be? Sanyasa Yoga. Giving up the false and holding on to the truth. Sannyasa here does not mean change of clothes or change of names. It is giving up the false. I am the perceiver, feeler, thinker. This limited individuality I am not. That is sannyasa. And yoga. Yoga is where I come to understand my higher nature, even intellectually at least. At this present moment, we do not have an experience of what it is, but the scriptures say the real nature is that, hold on to that. It is like a person who is studying for medicine. In the first year or so, they give the white coat, right? White coat ceremony. When do they have it? First year itself. The first year student who has not yet started to learn the basics is already a white coat. And his parents are everybody, my son is a doctor. Because he is a white coat. He has not even started the first year. In the same way, this assertion that I am Brahman, assertion I am the immortal, assertion I am the highest self, is necessary for us to effectively do the renunciation of the false. Without that is in Vedanta, it is known as Anvaya Vidireka. Assertion of the real and letting go of the unreal. Anvaya Vidireka. I have to assert myself. This is me. This nature which is indicated by the Upanishad is my nature. From that standpoint alone, I can have the strength to give up my false nature. Therefore, it says, Sanyasa Yogat Yatayaha. Yatayaha, those who have putting forth efforts, Yatnam Kurvantaha. Shuddha Sattvaha. Men of purity of mind. Because it is easy to fall back to this. Because that is what we have been. As even as an animal, we never had any even knowledge that we are not this. So the animalistic tendencies, the nature of the senses drawing us towards the material world is so strong. Therefore, one can easily fall prey to the usual tendencies and habits. Therefore, Shuddha Sattvaha means those who put forth effort, Yatayaha, putting forth effort, Shuddha Sattvaha, to make one's own mind and intellect or Antakarana more and more clean. Clean here does not mean doing good job. Clean is quite mean. The mind has to become agitation free. Ragadvesha rahitya, with no strong likes and dislikes. Vedanta vijnana sunischitartaha sanyasa yogat yataya shuddha sattva. They, those people. Now you see, we see in the 8th chapter, right, of Bhagavad Gita. We saw means we read it. Yeah, I saw in the stores. No. We have gone through the content of the chapter 8. There are 3 different paths that were given to us as the result of after death. 3. Actually, it's 4, but let me just tell you about the 3 which we have seen. 1, a person who did nothing. No spiritual effort he or she has done, and therefore return is immediate. Meaning, one has lived the life of a human, but he did not do anything to improve oneself, to go to the next level of the evolution, then obviously return back is immediate, punarjanma. Those who have done upasana, various kinds of upasanas are done through which one has gained the punya phala. This karma that has led to him to gain lot of punya has given him the chandrayana, or the path of lunar, where he goes and enjoys certain pleasures in the heaven and comes back. This is called punaravrutti marga, coming back again. This is second. Third is a person who has done karma upasana keeping this saguna brahma in mind. Saguna brahma, Brahman with qualification. It may be devata upasana. It may be going to a temple or doing some rituals related to temple, and no selfishness, no intention to go to heaven or anything. It is only an offering to the Lord. That way, one who has done the rituals and upasanas, a person has become pure and devoted, will ultimately reach a point called Brahmaloka, where he will dwell there to listen to the highest knowledge. And at the end of the term of Brahma, Pralaya Kale, he will get released from all bondages. There is no return. Apunaravrti. These 3 we have seen. The 4th one is, which we have not in detail discussed at that point, is, I have also indicated at that point, one who has gained the knowledge which otherwise you get in the Brahmaloka here itself. He has done purification here itself. And he has not done the upasana of karma of any particular god per se, but he has gained the knowledge of the Akshara Brahma. Formless absolute truth as one's own self, thereby he has become Jivan Mukta. While living itself, one has gained the liberation. He may be seen as a person from the other standpoint because his body is still there. Because the prarabdha, the earlier actions that has produced this physical body has to end. Until that point, even a man of realization or an enlightened being will be seen by the others as though living in the physical body. And even that physical body, when it ends, then he gets videha mukti also. Meaning the body also gets released and there is no return. That's why they will say Mahasamadhi. Until then, he was a Jivan Mukta, and when the physical body is also gone, he has merged with the totality. Mahasamadhi. That's what Gurudev's Mahasamadhi, we call it as the one who has merged with the totality. This is a traditional understanding. What we will have is Deha Mukti. Deha Mukti means what? After having lived a stupid life, and at the end of the its number of years, we physically give up our body. That is Deha Mukti. But only to come back immediately. Because our desires are so strong, we cannot go anywhere, come back. And wherever your desires are, that is where you get born also. If you are so fond of your dog, next to birth you will be son of that dog only. Because this is what you wanted to be. That's all. Tatastu, Bhagavan says very, very graciously. That's what you want. Yo yadamam prapatyante tam tadaiva bhajam. Whatever. Yo yo yam yam tanum bhaktaha shraddhya archadum icchate. Whatever be the form that you want to worship, and that was you become. Deha Mukti. But Deha Mukti and Videha Mukti. Videha Mukti is meant where a person who has completed the prarabdha, having realized the highest, will become one with the totality. It is like this. The usual example that is given is a river becoming an ocean. If you have seen Ganga Sagar, have you seen Ganga Sagar? Ganga is a river, but it looked like a sagar. It looked like an ocean. When it is in the close proximity of the ocean. Or if you have gone to, what is that place here? In near Detroit, what is that place? Michigan. When I came first, I did not know that it is a lake. I thought it is. So I took a picture of mine in Chicago. And then I said, the Michigan lake behind, and I was taking picture and then sent it to someone. I am near the ocean in Chicago. Somebody wrote to me, are you crazy? Are you kidding? Where is the ocean in Chicago? So it looks like ocean because of the vastness, but it is not. In the same way, a Jivan Mukta living in the body is the highest soul of the very Bhagavan itself. But physical bodily is limited. So just like the lake will look like the ocean, but not ocean. But when it starts becoming closer to the ocean, the quality of the ocean will come into this. The saltiness. What is it called? Saline water gets mixed up. So that very lake, which is actually only a lake, will have the quality of the ocean because of the proximity of the ocean. In the same way, a Jivan Mukta while living in this world is already Brahman only. When the physical body also is removed or because of prarabdha, he becomes one with that. This is called Videha Mukti. Jivan Mukta becomes Videha Mukta. But as I said, one who has performed various rituals and purified the mind but not gained the knowledge will reach these loka of Brahman, and there he will gain that correct knowledge. This is called Krama Mukti, gradual liberation. So Deha Mukti, just dying. Jivan Mukti, while living itself, is free. Videha Mukti, such a person, when physical body also goes away, then he becomes one with the totality. Krama Mukti is where an individual not gained that knowledge, but has become very fit, leaves the body, reaches the abode of Brahma, the creator, Hiranyagarbha, where he will be gaining this knowledge, and when the Brahma's term ends, he will, that's called pralaya. That's why the next line, te brahmalokeshu, te, those, brahmalokeshu, in the worlds of Brahman, according to the upasana, various levels of the brahmaloka is also there. Parantakale, pralaya kale, parimuchanti, paramrita, due to that knowledge, para amrita, para amrita jnana, by the knowledge of that highest truth, parimuchanti, they become fully released, sarve, all of them. Gurudev in his commentary says, even though traditionally this is how it is explained, that those who have gained the purity of mind and will gain the knowledge in, not here, but in the world of Brahma. So, when you go to Brahmaloka, if at all you, there will be a classroom like this, Brahma will be teaching. So, then Gurudev says, why you wait all the time? No, itself we don't know. If a person gains that knowledge now, here itself, then Parantakale means Ajnana Antakale. In the end of ignorance, Parimuchanti will get released now itself. Jivan Muktaha Bhavati. Te Brahmalokeshu. Brahmalokesh means in the company of all those people who are learning the Brahmajnana. Brahmaloka. Loka means what? An abode, a place. The place is not important, the physical, but the people who are in that place is important. Isn't it? When you say, I am going for a wedding, see, that child doesn't feel this loka is belong to that child. She feels restless. This is not the place I can run around. Everybody is seriously sitting and doing nothing. I want to do something else. So when you say, I am going to a wedding party, there everybody is unnecessarily giggling, right? So that place that is called, you go there, nobody is there. I am going to a wedding party, nobody is there. It is not the place, it is a company. In the same way, Brahmaloka means where everybody is having the Brahmajnana, the knowledge of the highest truth. Therefore, in that satsanga, where one gains the correct knowledge, Parantakale, Ajnana Vinashakale, the destruction of the avidya, Paramrita, Atmajnana, by the knowledge, Parimuchanti, they become released. All those. So therefore, these particular two lines, two verses are chanted when you receive a sadhu in your home. Na karmana na prajaya. It is not for you, for reminding that person. Remember why you are, why you wear the dress, you understand that I am reminding you. Don't forget. Na karmana na prajayadane na tyagena eke amritatvama Parena nakam nihitam guhayam vibhrajate yatayo vishanti. That we have seen. That very thing shines in one's own heart. It is not somewhere else. But what is that? As we have seen there, Parena nakam, that which is higher than the heaven. Nihitam, hidden. Guhayam, in the heart cave. Parena nakam nihitam guhayam vibhrajate, shines. Yatayaha vishanti, men of knowledge will enter. Such one, Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitartaha. So the first verse probably refers to the Jivan Mukti situation, and the following verse is about Krama Mukti, what happens when a person reaches the higher worlds. So that is how some of the scholars will explain this. Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitartaha. So now, in the next section, which we are going to see is, if we are incapable of easily able to recognize that highest nature by just listening. Last week I was in India and we had a conference, and in the conference we have various topics to discuss, and one of the topics was given to us, Shravanat eva jnanam bhavati. That was a topic. Shravanat eva jnanam. So, Meaning, by listening alone, the knowledge is gained. Now you see, any knowledge, the source of that knowledge is by coming in contact with the source of knowledge. How do you gain a knowledge of anything? Knowledge of anything is only, see, if you get a child and ask, what is this one? Now the child is looking at the table. It can even feel the table, touch the table, smell the table, whatever. A table is not known. Yes or no? Huh? The word table, what it is, it cannot say until it is told it is table. Think about it. Unless it hears the name of the object referred as what is perceived. I see, and when I see, somebody say it is table. Then only the connection takes place. Oh, it is table. Otherwise, even if you see it, you do not know what it is. Right? Whatever you try, you touch, you smell and taste, whatever you do. But sometimes some people make a new preparation to me. What is it? You eat, Swamiji will tell you later. Prarabdha. And then, how does it taste? One person went to a restaurant and he drank some, beverage was given to him. Hot. What is it? He asked the waiter. So how does it taste like? It tastes like petrol. Oh, that is tea. Because our coffee will taste like diesel. So, you don't know what it is. Whatever be the other sensory experiences you have, but what it is known only when Shravanat, by knowing through listening. No other way you will know the knowledge. Therefore, what is this, the nature that is immortality that is pointed out by the Upanishad? If the mind is clean and ready to accept, Brahmajnana will take place like this. If the mind is clean and does not have any doubt in the scripture or the teacher or any other thing, if my Guru has said that, the scriptures have said it is, then there is no problem at all. Shraddhavan labate jnana. But we, as Gurudev would say, university educated continental idiots, we never accept anything. Why? What? Where? How? Prove. So, Shravana deva jnanam bhavati. By just listening you won't get it. But then, because we have the natural inquisitiveness to know through our own inquiry, which is true, which is what is necessary, but then, if you start doubting itself that knowledge, samshayatma vinashyati. What you do not know, first of all, accept it and then inquire. Don't even accept it, then how will you inquire? Whatever you say, I don't believe, then will I go any further? Okay, take it for granted it is true. Now, let me find out what is true or not. Then that is the journey. So, those people who did not gain the knowledge by just the listening itself, then you need manana tada nidityasana. The next two steps, clarification of that knowledge through logic and meditation upon that. Reflection and contemplation. So this next section is to say those who could not reach that highest state, what they need to do. The Upanishad is going systematically. Now, we will tell you how to prepare yourself for this meditation. This preparation for meditation is called contemplation. Because meditation by itself is not an action. It is like sleep. Sleep is not an action, but you prepare for sleep. You go into the bed, lying down, switching off the light. These are all preparations for getting into the state of sleep where you do not do anything. That's why often he says, Swamiji, to meditate, what should I do? Don't do. But what should I do? Alright, don't do. So not to do is another action. Meaning, not engaging in any action is also an action. Isn't that true? And it is very hard for us nowadays. Just stay, don't do anything. Can I read a book? No. Can I watch a TV? No. Nothing. Then what should I do? Just watch your breathing. Is that what you can do? Even that is an action actually. Withdrawing the mind completely from all possible distractions and extrovertedness is itself a process, and this process is called contemplation. So really speaking, the next few verses are the preparation for meditation, which we have seen in the 6th chapter, but those ideas in the 6th chapter is also derived from here. So here we will see the verse number 5. Vivikta deshe cha sukhasanastah शुचिः समग्रे वशिरः शरीरः अत्याश्रमस्तः सकलेन्द्रियाणि निरुद्य भक्त्या स्वगुरुं प्रणम्य हृत्पुण्डरीकं विरजं विशुद्धं विचिन्त्य मध्ये विशदं विशोकम् विविक्तदेशे च सुखासनस्थः शुचिः समग्रीव शिरः शरीरः अत्याश्रमस्तः सकलेन्द्रियाणि निरुद्य भक्त्या स्वगुरुं प्रणम्य हृत्पुण्डरीकं विरजं विशुद्धं विचिन्त्य मध्ये विशदं विशोकम्. First and foremost thing that is required for us to engage in this contemplation is solitude. Solitude is not trying to get away from people, but exclusively engage in something serious, which requires disturbance-less state. Like, when you really want to sleep, and there are so many people talking and all that, you said, just keep quiet, or you go to a room where I really want to sleep. If everybody is around, all the people are talking about, you will find it hard to sleep. Or a scientist who wants to seriously observe some phenomena, which is very, very subtle, he requires a place where he alone is and watching a particular observation. Or an artist who is ready to paint a beautiful painting of his own, and he is watching a phenomena, external nature, a setting of the sun or rising of the sun, or a drop of a stone, when he puts a stone in the water, how the concentric circle takes place. So he is focusing on it, mentally capturing it, so that when he goes into his studio, he is able to reproduce it. All such people who are creative, all those people who want to really engage in something serious, needs the external world to be quiet. A person who is practicing some music, obviously you would not like many other songs. He'll go to a place where there is nobody is there, and then he will do his sadhana. What's called sadhakam in some place of some languages. So here, a sadhak, a person who is engaging, here it is much more subtle. Where is he journeying? Into himself. Not going outside. There is no external aid for such an individual. Any external aid has to be kept aside, because one should not depend upon something external to travel within. Then that becomes an impediment, a slavery. So such a person who thus wants to travel within oneself has to remain in solitude. Vivikta desha. Aradi jana samsati. In 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita it says, Aradi jana samsati. Absence of too many people around. Again, it is not that he is afraid of people or he does not like people, he wants to escape. No. I want to do something exclusive. That requires me to be all by myself. Vivikta deshe, in that solitude, sukha asanastaha, asane stitaha, sukha asane. Sukha asana means not shavasana. Not shavasana, but parantu shivasana. Bhagavan Shiva is comfortably in a posture, but not sleeping. He is not lying down. A posture where the physical body is no more giving any pain. That is called Sukhasana. Sukha means comfortable. Oh, with the cushion behind, with the backrest, with the high, that what you call that you wear. In the flight and all they give. Eye mask. No, not that. Sukhasanastaha means where the physical body is alert, straight, and not too comfortable that you will go to sleep. Not shavasana. Because when people teach yoga, what is the asana you like the most? Shavasana. I mean, there also the body is straight only. See, look at that. Physical body, neck and head are in a straight line. That's what he says. Samagriva shira sharira. They are in the straight line. Yes. It's straight, sitting there. Sukhasanastaha. So sitting in a very comfortable seat. And Gurudev writes in his commentary, it is not only the physical body that is to be in a comfortable, disturbance-less state, mind also. Mind also must become tranquil, quiet and peaceful. Shuchihi. Next word is used, Shuchihi, pure, clean. We have seen in the 6th chapter, also in Bhagavad Gita, there, Sucho deshe pradishtapya sthiramasanam atmanah natuchritam natinicham shailajina kushottaram tatte gragam manakritva yatachittendriya kriyah upavishyasane yunjat yogam atma vishuddhaye. There also it is said that the seat should not be in some high top of a hill or top of a cliff where you feel like falling down. Nor it should be under some underground somewhere, everything will be dark and there is no light and the smell. Shuchihi means a clean spot where again the disturbances are minimum or no disturbance. The air should be enough sunlight or enough ventilation. Shuchihi. Again, the mind also has to become clean. Physical body must be clean. Sama griva shira sharira. Griva neck. Shira head. Sharira body. Trunk of the body. Kaya, the physical body, is trunk of the body. Griva is the neck and shira. The head, neck and the body in a straight line. That which you will never find your teenagers doing. When I go to classes, this is a better posture. Another posture is on the wall with the legs stretched out. Teacher, poor thing, what can he do? Because if we tell them to stand, sit straight, they go to sleep. Okay. Sit at least like that much. So the body, meaning the entire attention, is alert only when This energy that is flowing from the top of the head all through the end of the body is flowing in a straight line without any disturbance. That's why it is said, yogasana. The physical body must be tuned in such a way, there is no need for you to bend. Only when the physical body is tired, it feels like couching. When it is alert, it is in a straight, not a question, it's a straight. Sama griva shira sharira. So this much of explanation is necessary. What to do? Even then people won't listen. Swami, after all, meditation is for the mind, correct? Yes. How does it matter how the body is? This is argument. Most of them come up with such kind of funny arguments. What is the need for us to talk about how the physical body has to be? Can I have coffee and meditate? After all, mind is meditating, right? Why not coffee? Every possible excuse to follow no discipline. Vivikta deshe cha sukhasanastah shuchis samagriva shira sharira. Now, this is at the physical level. Next comes, what should be the attitude of the mind? Ati ashramastah. Ashrama is the stage, a place. In literal meaning is place, ashrama. But also it means a stage of life. Like you have grihastha ashrama. It is not a place, but a stage of life where you are a grihastha, householder. Or you say brahmacharya ashrama. It is a stage of celibacy. Then stage of householder. Then stage of forest dwelling. And the stage of renunciation. 4 stages. Atyashrama means the last ashrama, otherwise known as antyashrama. The state of mind is where I no more hold on to anything. I am the pure soul. Everything else is relative. I am so and so, physically, as son of someone or daughter of someone or husband or wife of someone. This is only with respect to physical body. Mind, I am a human. That is also a identification again. I am so and so, I am an engineer, a doctor, or I am an artist and this and that. Again, it is an intellectual gathering of certain knowledge. So, none of this am I. I am a pure soul here, sitting to realize my nature. Antya ashrama. The last stage. Last stage does not mean you are about to die. Last stage means where you have found the final goal as the highest. Antyashramastha. Such a person, sakala indriyani nirudhya, having stopped the movement of all the senses. Indriyani, the senses. Panchindriyani, pancha karmendriyani, pancha jnanendriyani cha. 5 organs of knowledge and 5 organs of action. Organs of knowledge are eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin. 5. 5 organs of action being vak, that speech, pani, hands, pada, feet, payu is reproductive organ, upastha, excreta. These are all excretion, the organ of excretion. These are all the 5 organs of action. These 10 are constantly active. When we are awake, every moment of our wakeful time, all of them are awake consciously. When you are in the state of dream or deep sleep, they are also active, you not knowing it. Except certain things which you don't. Jnanendriya you can't, you don't see, hear, taste, smell, touch, speak. When you are in deep sleep. But in dream, do you speak or not? Do you speak or not? In dream. Not with this mouth, but in dream you speak. Some people speak in this way also. So one wife, took that husband to the doctor and said, in the dream he's sleeping, he's talking. Yeah, at least then let him go. During the day you are not allowing him anyway. At least in the dream, poor thing. Let him talk. Anyway, women won't like me at all. Sakalendriyani nirutya. Having controlled all the sense organs. But again, the beautiful word point here, bhaktya swagurum pranamya. Most important thing is that reverence one should have to one's own teacher. Because that humility, that submissiveness, that reverence, that attitude of surrender is the most important ingredient in meditation. Because without the grace of the Guru or grace of the knowledge given in the scriptures, which are handed over by the Guru only, one would not move forward at all. That's why he says, Bhaktya Swagurum Pranamya. Vivikta Deshe Cha Sukhasanastah Shuchis Samadriva Shirash Sharirah Atyashramastas Sakalendriyani Nirudya Bhaktya Swagurum Pranamya. We'll see more of it in the next session. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhaved. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.